meat is greasy. I'm like, what? What's that? Stuff like that. Or either, she would say, birds of a feather flock together. Things like that. And I would always say, what in the world is this lady talking about? So I come to find out, she also told me, she said, just keep on living, you'll find out. Just keep on living.
Yeah.
Now, I'm to the point, like I said, my mother has passed on, but I find myself saying these same exact things to my daughter. I was talking to a good friend of mine, a man of wealth of knowledge, and a spiritual man of God, and I consider him to be my brother and my friend, and somebody that I could tell some things to, and he'll keep it in confidence. So I was talking to him, and we were talking this weekend. We were talking about kids, and what we were saying is that kids think you haven't been through nothing. You tell them something, and they looking at you like, yeah, or whatever. And I was saying, as I was growing up, I had 6 people ahead of me. So I watched them get the beat downs. I learned. You hit them, I know what's going to happen. So I was the type of person, I always sat back and watched so that I wouldn't have to go through this. So we were talking, me and him were talking, and we were saying, when we tell these kids something, it's just like I'm in a fire, I touch a fire or something, and I burn my hands, and I'm like, ooh, this is hot. But when they come through, you see this person about to touch the fire, you're not going to let that person touch that fire. You're going to try to prevent that pain, that same pain. So that's what we try to do. As parents, as older adults, things like this, we try to tell them, no, don't do this, don't do that. Last night, on my way home, my daughter and I, we always get in these conversations. And a lot of people sleep on my daughter. She is one of the funniest people that I know.
Yes.
And she always says, people, they don't understand the way I speak. But she said, there's nothing wrong with my brain. So my speech might be messed up, but my brain is still working.
That's right.
And she makes me laugh all the time. But as I'm riding home with her, we're talking, and we're talking about all the things that happened during this conference. And I just want to give thanks and give praise where praise is due. I want to thank these 2 women, Pastor Jerry and Prophetess Dion. This has been an awesome conference. Give it up for them, y'all. This has been an awesome conference. If you weren't here, I'm sorry about your bad luck. But this is an awesome conference. And I thank God for these women and for the things that God is doing in their lives. But one thing, like I said, where I was talking to her, and we were talking about things, and I said, one thing that you have to get is understanding. So young people, you have to get understanding. The Bible says, in all thy getting, get understanding.
Well, come on here.
Get understanding. If you don't know something, ask. I'm a big proponent of asking. If I don't know something, I'm going to ask you 2 or 3 times. Look at it, break it down to me like I'm in kindergarten. Break it down. If I don't understand. But another thing, too, is that when you get this knowledge, share it. Share the knowledge. Because you never know, something that you're going through, you might go through it, and you might be able to help somebody else. That's why we have tests and trials. Because those are our testimonies. That's to pass on to somebody else so they don't make that same downfall. So, the things that I went through when I was younger, I tell my daughter all the time. I strayed and I went away and I fell away and did this and did that. But God kept me while I was out there. Thank the Lord. But I'm trying to prevent you from making those same mistakes. We have a friend, and she watched this young lady who had, came around, and she had this baby with her. And it was her baby. Now, my daughter is 16, but the girl is 14. And I said, see, that's what happens when you stray from what your mother and your parents teach you. That's what happens. Now you see her, she sees her, she was like, once we were alone, she said, Mama. She said, did you see how she was struggling with that baby? I said, uh-huh. See, that's what happens when you don't listen.
That's right.
When you don't listen. Now she's struggling. So young women, like I said, one thing to get is understanding, get knowledge. So you don't have to have these hard knocks. Amen. Life is hard enough as black women. They disrespect us. They don't respect us. You have to be 10 times, no, 1,000 times better than the next person. We are the lowest on the totem pole. But we are wise. Because like I said, we still, we a lot of times we sit and like I said, we'll sit back and we'll watch. We'll watch the next person. We are wise. It's so much more to us. And like I said, we have to be able to share this knowledge and to continue to help one another. The one thing that I've always said, even when I was working with these people, stuff, I was a manager, I told them the one thing you have to have is somebody that you can depend on. You have to have unity. You have to have that togetherness. So us as black women, please, stop hating on one another. Come together and love one another. Like I said, I appreciate yesterday so much, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. These women around here, we got around Pastor Jerry, and like I said, it was such a blessing. Like I said, we were able to tap into one another, and my sisters, they tapped into me, and they were able to speak into my life. So, like I said, it's a blessing to have sisters.
Yes, it is.
I got 5 of them physically, but I got so many more spiritually. So I thank you. This wasn't what I was going to talk about, but hey, that's what God led me. So thank you.